Warning, this may trigger some toxic emotions. If you have toxic triggers, please be careful before watching this.
Also, if you have epilepsy.
Yeah, no, definitely. What's up, everybody? This is the time I took my ex from her next. All right, so a little backstory. My post high school, 1 year out of high school, I started dating this girl that I knew in high school, and we dated for like a year, and then we kind of broke. We broke up, and in the midst of that breakup, like it was like a month period, I moved to Atlanta, and we got back together while I was in Atlanta. We actually got back together right before I moved to Atlanta, and I still moved to Atlanta. So while I was in Atlanta, you know, we started missing each other. She moved to Atlanta. She had family there, so she moved to Atlanta. So we were trying to make it work, but long story short, it didn't work.
You had to go. You were a Rolling Stone.
Sure. So, so it didn't work out, and we broke up, and we've been broken up for like 6 months now, right? So you know, we moved on. So one night, the guys, I think it's Cam, I know Chaz was there. Chaz always at the club. And I forget who else, but we decided to go to this club in Atlanta called Club Life. And
Cheshire Bridge.
Just a bridge. And we was like, all right, bet. So we go to the club, we get there, we having a good time, we inside. And all of a sudden, I see my ex. And we make eye contact, but I also noticed that she's with some dude. She's with a few people, but you could tell she's with another dude. So I was like, all right, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't together no more. So we kind of like made eye contact, and that was it. So I'm on the dance floor dancing by myself or with the guys, and I just see her making a beeline towards me by herself. So I was like, all right. So she come up to me, hey. So we start talking, we just laughing, whatever, we catching up. And we start dancing together. So we dancing, you know, whatever. You know what it is. Like when we used to dance when we were together, like post high school days, it was just, you know, wild. Wine.
Foreplay.
Yeah, basically foreplay. Whining and dining and all types of stuff in the middle of the dance floor. It's a lot goes on when these hips start moving.
Sean Paul music video.
Oh yeah.
I'm still in love.
So we start dancing, we getting into it. Next thing you know, we on the dance floor, we kissing in the middle of the dance floor. So the guys are getting ready to leave. It's about to be the end of the night. So we getting ready to leave. So I tell her, I was like, hey, I'm about to go. She was like, can I come home with you?
Yes.
So, you know, I've been drinking, I've been dancing, we didn't have foreplay already. I'm ready. I'm like in the mood. And you know, most dudes, when they go out to the club, the goal is to go home with somebody. Like, most dudes may not say it, but the goal is to leave the club with someone and take them home that night. So that was what's going on with me. It was right there for me. I didn't even try. So I said, shoot, well, all right. So I was like, what about the people you came with? She was like, I don't worry about them. I'll tell them I'm leaving. So she goes off, comes right back, and she said, all right, I'm ready. So we walking out. And you know, we hand in hand, we walking with my friends now. And as she's about to get in the car, the group that she was with walks by, and the dude that was with her looked at her, and he stopped and just shook his head and said, "You ain't shit." And he was right. She wasn't shit. Like she been doing this. She did this to me when we were dating. She continued to do it afterwards. One time, this is like last year, and we're still cordial, right? And I was back home. I was in Florida one time, and she hit me up. Was like, hey, you in Florida? Whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. She was like, you should stop by. And I was like, stop by where? She was like, the house. I was like, all right, cool. So in my head, it's like a few things going through my head, like, stop by the house. Like most girls trying to go on a date and trying to go get drinks. She want to stop by the house. I'm like, what the hell she got going on? And so I'm just like, all right, I'll stop by the house. But it could be that, or it could just be we catching up. Either way, we haven't done anything in years, so I wasn't like too concerned what we were gonna do, but things were running through my mind. So I get to her house, and she there with her kids, and she got 2 kids, and she got and her niece or whatever were there. So I'm like, all right, cool. It seems innocent. We're out here. We're just talking, catching up and shit. I'm asking about her old friends and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden I hear a car pull up in the driveway.
Hey, Chris, you expecting company? Nah, why, what's up? There's a car pulling in your driveway. My driveway?
So I'm like, hey, someone just pulled up. She like, yeah, that's my fiance.
That's dangerous.
I said, you what? She said, yeah, my fiance.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I said, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know any of this. Fiance, relationship, whatever. Like, it don't mean nothing to me, but at the same time, I'm here unknowing. I'm a man, I'm your ex, and I'm just in your house. His house, y'all house. And he don't know, so he come in, and he walk in, and he's like, what's up, man, how you doing? She introduces me, and you could tell he didn't know I was gonna be there. You could tell he didn't know who I was. You could tell he was kind of concerned about this man in his
Around his kids.
around his kids, around his woman in his house. So me, I'm just trying to play it light, like, oh hey, I mean, everything was good. You were at work today, all right, cool. What you do? Oh yeah, cool. Just trying to keep it light. And eventually, I was just like, yeah, I'm about to head out, and I dipped, and we shook hands, and that was it, and I dipped. And then I was just, it made me think about the time at Club Life. I'm just like, this is what she be doing. That's what she been doing. She did it to me. She did it to him. She doing it to everybody. And what Buddy said when he said she ain't shit, couldn't have been more right. I hope that guy's doing really well. That guy's smart, and I honestly, he should thank me for saving him.
Oh, that dude, or you talking about the fiance?
No, the other dude, the fiance. I couldn't help him. I wasn't gonna say nothing bad. I wasn't gonna tell him the truth while I was there in his house like that. I was like, nah. But the other dude at the club, brother, you're welcome. And I'm sorry it had to happen to you at that time, like that. But it was the best thing that could have happened to you, bro.
Okay, before we get to the present, I want to go back to the past. So,
Yeah.
Did y'all ever talk about that the next day? I already know what the mission was that night, so y'all ain't gonna talk about that night. But did y'all talk about it after that? Like, who was that dude that said you ain't shit?
Nah, I already knew who it was. Because I already knew who she was and what she did, while we were together. I already knew. Anybody should be going to the club with some nigga that's some dude that wants to do something with her.
And I would say this for men and women, but especially women. Don't invite no dude to your house that you live at with another dude, especially if that dude don't know this dude is coming.
Yeah.
Like, people get killed for way less.
Definitely.
You playing with love and hearts, people kill for that.
And
That's dangerous.
I haven't spoke to her since because of that.
But I'm gonna be honest, accountability on your end, you didn't ask the right questions because you was thinking with your other head. So you're the one on top of your shoulders. Because like, if a girl at this age, you know what her age is, inviting you to her house, I ain't seen her in a while. I gotta ask, wait, are you single? Are you with somebody? Because I'm gonna be thinking like, who house? Because that's dangerous as being in the house. Like, you seen what happened to the rapper Trouble? Like, he died being in a girl house. Like, that's how it happens. So I need to know who house this is I'm coming to.
Well, this was a couple years ago. Now I know. But back then, I was just kind of like, I assumed. I was just assuming. I was like, oh, she must not have no dude because she wouldn't be inviting me over. Like, it just is what it is. But
because imagine if he was super jealous, dude.
No,
you come in there
no.
and shit could have went left.
That's why I don't talk to her no more, because I was just like, you put me in a dangerous position. And when I thought about the past and that story I just told, I was like, you've been doing that to just everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just without regard to them, just for your pleasure. So I was just like, I'm done. But yep, that was the time I took my ex from her next. You're welcome, buddy.